Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Championship prediction time. Welcome to the stream. I'm all on my own tonight, so I need you guys in the comments to help me out as much as possible. Ole is the self-proclaimed championship expert. I am not. I normally throw it to him. So tonight, I'm going to give you my predictions, you tell me yours, and we'll have a little bit of a chat about them. But I do need a lot of help in the comments. A big shout out to Parrot Peel, who are our sponsor for the channel, and their new album, Stick or Twist. Make sure you click the link in the description and go and check them out. Absolute legends, and have helped us out so much. Anyway, let's get into the video. And first and foremost, let's have a look at the championship results for week 11. Here we are. Sorry, Parrot Peel. I've just got to take you off the screen just for a second. There we go. So, as you can see, I started out really well. 3 games, 3 correct results. And then it all went to pot, didn't it? Look at that, Ole. 0, me 3, and then just with a quick swoop, Huddersfield 1, Cardiff 0, and he's straight back into it. It ended up Nick 4, Ollie 8. So Ollie's taken 4 points this week, more than me. Devastated, to say the least. Then let's have a look what that does to the table. And also, as you can see on screen right now, the biggest total for our viewers was 13 this week. And Ollie's put them all together. So I'll quickly give him a shout out. Michael, in brackets, no surname, 13. He is the one that's absolutely smashed it. So well done, Michael. Next, we've got W and G and Statman Adam on 12. And then Keith Whitaker on 10. So a big shout out to those top 4. That's Michael, W&G, and Statman, and then Keith Whitaker. So well done to everybody that I've just mentioned there. And thank you, everybody else, for getting involved too. That takes the viewers way ahead. Over 100 points already, which is fantastic. So well done to the viewers. Beastly Ole, 72. In good Nick, 65. That's 7 points behind. But we all know it could change so quickly. Now let's just get into the comments a little bit. Hello, evening, was cracking. What a shirt. There we go. You nicked my dart shirt. No problem, Michael. Well done, mate. Well done. I wondered how long it'd take people to notice the shirt. It's not very difficult to miss, really, or it is difficult to miss, isn't it? It is a stag do shirt that I saw it in my wardrobe, and I thought I'm not allowed to wear a Sheff Utd shirt in these videos because this is a championship channel. So I just thought, stuff it. Let's see what happens. Let's put it on and see how many names I get called. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Hull City versus Luton Town. This is a tough one for me because Hull City have spent so much money and they're not pulling up too many trees as of right now. They're currently 20th in the table, 5 positions off the bottom. It's not looking good for them. They've lost the last 4 games as well. And Luton Town are just starting to put a few results together. That's a win in the last game, a draw, a loss. So they're a real mixed bag, Luton. However, in this game, I feel like Hull City have got so many great players. They've spent so much money. It's got to come together all at once at some point. I think they're going to get a point at home against Luton. Ollie seems to think that Luton are going to sneak this 1-0. Joachim thinks Hull are going to lose this 1-0. 1-1, 2-1 Hull. So a real mixed bag there, a real mixed bag. So let's see what happens in that one. I can't go any more than 7 points behind Ole. I just can't. Next up, we've got Blackburn Rovers versus Millwall Football Club. Now, Blackburn are another weird team. They're a typical championship team. You never know what you're going to get, like a box of chocolates. You just don't know, do you? Millwall, very middle of the table. Well, pretty much exactly middle of the table. They are top of the bottom, as I would always say, 13th in the table. Lots of wins, lots of defeats. Actually, only one draw out of 10 games, which is actually pretty good going because if you ask a lot of people if you'd rather win one game and lose a game or draw two, you're always going to go for win one, lose one because you get more points. So I've gone for a 2-0 Blackburn win, to be perfectly honest. In the last game, Blackburn Rovers, I don't know what's going on with Blackburn Rovers, to be honest. But yeah, Blackburn are at the moment up and down. They lost to Luton 2-0. And who knows? Who knows what we're going to see from Blackburn because recently they beat Watford 2-0, then they go and lose 2-0 away at Luton. It's a real weird season for them. How well they started and then how big they fell off. And then they're winning some, they're losing some. We'll go into the comments. Joachim, 1-1, 2-1 Blackburn, Chris thinks. 2-2, 2-1 Blackburn. Wayne just a little bit behind. 2-0 Blackburn. A lot of people thinking this is either going to be a draw or a Blackburn win. And that's exactly what me and Ollie have got. So we can't be too far away, can we really? But this is the Championship after all. Next up, we have got Blackpool versus Norwich. And finally, somebody has stopped Norwich from winning every game because before the West Brom game, I think Norwich had either won 4 or 5 in a row, which nobody wants to see that. They don't. Norwich, we don't want Norwich to go up. They keep going up and down, up and down. We want Norwich to at least have one season in the Championship or 2 seasons in the Championship, should I say. But yeah, West Brom away at Norwich managed to take a point off them. So that was nice to see, especially for a Sheffield United fan being top of the league. So that means we are 3 points clear of Norwich as it stands. But Norwich are away at Blackpool. And currently, Blackpool aren't doing very well, to be honest. They are just above Hull, six off the bottom place. They've lost the last 2 games, but I think they're going to put a bit more of a fight up. Ollie thinks that Norwich are going to win 2-0. I think that Norwich are just going to squeak through this one. They're going to be a little bit shaky after losing their kind of winning run, if you like. In the comments, 1-0 Blackpool. Wow. Joachim, fair play, mate. Fair play. 3-0 Norwich, 3-1 Norwich, 1-0 Norwich. Everybody's going Norwich, to be fair. That is fair enough. We've both gone Norwich. I was thinking for a second, I'm not 100% sure about Norwich sometimes, but yeah, Blackpool aren't very good at the moment. But it could easily be one of those games that Blackpool just nick, one of those weird Championship games. Anyway, next up, we have got Bristol City versus QPR. And Bristol City, I'm enjoying watching them this season. I really am. They're scoring lots of goals, 19. They are the only team in the Championship that has scored the same amount of goals or more than Sheffield United. They've scored 19. We've scored 19. And yeah, they have conceded 16. So they're letting loads of goals in too. That's why they're stuck 9th in the table. But they are fun to watch, aren't they? QPR just in the playoff places, 6th. And they've won a lot of games, to be honest, this season. So fair play to QPR. I thought at the start of the season that QPR were going to be one of those teams that were going to be mid-table to kind of bottom half of the table, but they've certainly shown me. I think the reason why Ollie's gone 4-3 is really because of Bristol City, and they love scoring goals and letting in goals. I've also gone for Bristol City. I've gone for that home advantage, but I've gone for a more conservative 2-1 win. There we go. 5-3 Bristol City, 3-1 QPR, 2-1 Bristol City, 2-0 Bristol City, 2-2. This is one that I don't think anyone's going to enjoy predicting. I don't think this is going to be on anyone's acca. I really don't think so. And this could go anyway, more than any game for me. Another game that can go anywhere as well. Cardiff versus Burnley. I tipped Burnley to win the league. And in the last 5 games, they have won 3 and drawn 2. But they love a draw. They love giving goals away, Burnley. They really do. And this season, 17-4, 10 against, which is quite a lot. But saying that, Reading just above them in third have conceded 14, which 4 of them were against the Blades. So I've gone for a draw in this game. Ollie thinks that Burnley are going to win it convincingly 2-0. But yeah, let's see what the comments think, because another one that's a bit of an odd one. You'd expect Burnley to win this game, but I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I think that Cardiff are just going to have enough to not let Burnley win this game. But Joachim thinks that Burnley's going to win. Another Burnley. 5-0 Cardiff. Okay, fair enough. I would quite enjoy that one, because I don't think it's going to happen. 1-0 Burnley. Fair enough. Everybody is saying Burnley, and that's probably where your money should go if you were going to do that. But I wouldn't suggest sticking any money on that game. Next up, we've got Coventry City versus Middlesbrough. And for me, this is the game of the weekend. It really is. Middlesbrough. No idea what's going on with them. Everybody expected them to at least finish in the playoffs, if not top 2, but they've really, really struggled this season. They are third bottom. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? And also Coventry City, bottom, rock bottom. But the reason why I'm saying this is the game of the week is because who knows what's going to happen. I thought that Coventry were going to finish quite high this season, maybe even sneak the playoffs. But with what's happened at their ground, I think it was the Commonwealth Games rugby at the Ricoh Arena. And yeah, it's just stopped them from playing a lot of home games this season. And we all know home games is where you should be winning your games. And unfortunately, they've not been able to play too many this season. However, in the last few games, they've lost loads in a row. In the last few games, they've done well. They've drawn 0-0 against Birmingham City away and had a man sent off, which for me is a good point. They drew 2-2 away to Luton Town, which again is a good point for me. I believe, though, I'm just trying to see now. I believe that they've still not won a game this season. Where is it? Nope, they've still not won a game. 3 draws, 4 defeats, 3 points in 7 games. That is not good for Coventry. However, I think they're going to win their first game here. I think 2 really, really good draws, both away from home, will stand them in good stead to go to the Ricoh Arena or whatever it's called these days and beat a struggling Middlesbrough side. And that might even condemn Middlesbrough even more and make them, I don't know, do something about the managerial position. But let's see. Ollie thinks it's a 3-1 Middlesbrough win. I don't really care. I want Wilder to do well, but I wouldn't say that I want Middlesbrough to win this game. Next up, we've got Reading Football Club versus Huddersfield Town Football Club. A game that I never expected to see Huddersfield second bottom. I didn't think they were going to do as well as they did last season, but Huddersfield second bottom. They've only won 1 game, lost 9 though. That's big. That is big. Oh no, sorry, no, that's wrong. They've lost 6. They've won. I'm all over the place. They've drawn 2. They've won. They've won 2. They've drawn 1, and they've lost 6. Wow, that was difficult to get out. But they are sat second bottom, and Reading are third in the table. So my money is clearly on Reading. I don't know what Ollie's thinking there with a 0-0, but again, it is the Championship. You never know what could happen. 4-0 Reading, 4-0 Reading, 2-0 Reading, 1-1 Reading. There we go. Lots and lots of Readings. Let's move on to Rotherham. And Rotherham are doing really well at the moment. Both of these sides got promoted from League One last season. Rotherham by far doing better. I'm not saying that Wigan haven't had a good season. They are currently 12th in the table, right in the middle of it. But Rotherham have just done a lot better. They're 8th in the table as we speak. 3 games without a defeat. I think this is nothing other than a Rotherham win. So I've gone 2-1 Rotherham, and Ollie has gone 1-0 Rotherham. Chris has gone for Wigan. Fair enough. A bore draw. Okay. 2-1 Wigan. Everyone's going Wigan. 2-0 Wigan. What's going on? What is going on, guys? Why would you like to tell me why you think that? I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked about that. Next up, the Blades, Sheffield United versus Birmingham City. And there's going to be nothing other than a Sheffield United win, you would hope, or you would think, and we would hope. I don't think it's going to be as clear cut as Ollie thinks, 3-0 there, but I do think it's going to be a comfortable win. We're not always great when we come back from international duty. A lot of our players have gone on international duty, maybe not as many from Birmingham's side. So maybe that's got something to do with it. Hopefully the Blades will get the win. And Birmingham, they're hit and miss, to be honest. They are 17th in the division, 3 wins, 3 draws, 4 defeats. They drew the last game against bottom of the league when bottom of the league had 10 men, so not very good. But before that, they beat West Brom away from home, and Scott Hogan is banging in goals at the moment. So, yeah, that's what we think. Let me pop into the comments. 2-0 Blades, 4-3 Blades, 2-1 Blades, 3-0 Blades, 1-0 Blades. Lots and lots of Sheffield United wins there. Next, Sunderland versus Preston North End. Now, Preston cannot score to save their lives. Against us, they created some decent opportunities, but nothing came to fruition, and they lost 2-0. Sunderland have lost their manager, have lost their striking options. So I do think Sunderland are going to sort of struggle in this game for goals. But saying that, they scored 2 goals against Watford away from home. So fair play to them. I've gone for a 2-1 Sunderland win at the Stadium of Light. Preston, not good for me at the moment. I think they'll come good at some point, but I do think they will lose this game. Ollie thinks they're going to draw it. Next up, West Bromwich Albion versus Swansea City. And the Blades went to Swansea recently, and we took all 3 points, but it certainly wasn't easy. And that's probably why Ollie's gone for a 2-all draw. West Brom seem to be very up and down. Sometimes they can win handsomely. Sometimes they can come away with a good draw like they did away at Norwich, and sometimes they can just get beaten. So it's a weird one with West Brom at the moment. They are, I can't even see where they are. Where are West Bromwich Albion? They are 4th bottom. How is that even a thing? West Brom fans in the comments, let me know. Why is that a thing? West Brom 2-1, 3-0 to the Baggies, 1-all, 7-2 West Brom. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. West Brom love scoring goals and love conceding goals too. But that is what we've both gone for. And going in to the final game of game week 12, it's Stoke City versus Watford. Watford love being on the TV, or saying that. Sky love to put Watford on the TV, but Watford probably don't like it as much. Watford, brand new manager. I think Bilic is going to be the Watford manager for this game. I read on their Twitter that he needed like kind of international clearance or something like that. So I think they're going to get it. But Watford, let us know in the comments if Bilic is actually going to be the manager for this game. I've gone for a Stoke City win. I think Watford are going to be in disarray a little bit, and I think Stoke City, with the appointment of Alex Neil, that's just going to keep on rolling. So yeah, I think that Stoke will manage to get away with the win. Another good draw for them in the last game against QPR away, and I believe before that they won their last game 3-0 away at Hull. So Stoke are on the crest of a wave, I do believe. Watford, it might be a bit of a transitional period for them, but Ollie's gone for a 2-2. I've gone for a 1-0. And that is that. That is the end of the video. Let us know in the comments. I'm going to stick all the fixtures, as I always do, in the comments, in the description. All you got to do, copy and paste them. Give us your score predictions for these games, and we will see if you've gone and absolutely smashed it. Ollie will pop next week. Ollie will be back, and he will tell you who's done the best. Hopefully, I'm not going to go even further behind Ollie, and the table looks a little bit more handsomely for me. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to Parrot Peel. Go and check out their new album, Stick or Twist. And I will see you Sunday, I think it is, for another prediction video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.